Hi, hello friend, welcome to the channel. In light of recent events, there are a lot of iniquitous people out there who are trying to take advantage of those who are vulnerable and fearful. This video is to shed light on a particular person who I believe to be despicable. And since you guys really seem to like my reaction videos, I figured here we go, let's do another one. I found this video in a Vox article called MLMs Are Using the Virus to Recruit New Sellers. Unlike most of my reaction videos on this channel, I actually have already watched this video all the way through, and it was just one of those videos where, like, as I was watching it, I could feel my chest tightening up and like my fists were clenching and like my heart started beating faster. Like, it is absolutely infuriating and I needed to share it with you guys. The subject in this video is a guy named Eric Worre, who, according to his LinkedIn profile, he's the world's most watched and most trusted resource for network marketing training and support. I mean, I've been in 2 MLMs and I've never heard of this guy, but whatever you say, Eric. He's been active in network marketing since the 80s, and he was involved with an MLM called Quorum International, which has been closed. Now, I didn't know that at first. I googled it, and Quorum International is now a company that sells like light fixtures and ceiling fans and stuff. So it is not the same company. They just made an unfortunate decision in naming their company. They're 2 separate entities. But anyway, when Quorum International was not a company that sold ceiling fans and light fixtures, this Eric dude worked his way up to the top of that. And then after that, it seems like he kind of just started his own companies and also still dabbled in MLMs here and there, including send out cards, which I literally had just heard of yesterday, watching another YouTuber talk about it. It's an MLM for greeting cards. Like, it's like if Hallmark was an MLM. Anyway, yeah, it's just one of those weird coincidences where I'm like, oh, okay, this guy is in the MLM I just found out about. Weird. But alright, now we kind of have a background on this dude. Let's dive into the actual meat of the video. This video is also not hosted on his personal YouTube channel, which he does have. It has almost like 300,000 subscribers on it. And he just posts a bunch of like network marketing training kind of videos and stuff, which is another gold mine in and of itself. So I doubt this is going to be the last time I talk about this guy. But anyway, what this video is it looks like maybe he live streamed it somewhere or like just uploaded it to his Facebook or something, and someone else took it and put it on their YouTube channel. But anyway, it's called The Virus and What It Means for Network Marketing. That title alone should infuriate you, but okay. He's situated on a terrace, probably connected to his home, where you can see a lovely view of the Nevada landscape from his fucking mansion.
Here's what I know right now. Coronavirus currently is an issue.
I'm sorry, but does he have a gigantic portrait of himself plastered onto the outside wall of his own home? Who does that? Why do you need to do that?
What I want to do today is talk to you specifically, very specifically, about what the coronavirus means to network marketing, what you should be doing, what you could be doing, what things look like moving forward.
He comes off as a super mega know-it-all. Eric's got all the answers, guys.
First piece of advice is this. Whatever you can't defend, promote.
What does that even mean? This makes absolutely no sense. How can you morally promote something that you can't defend? Listen, he goes on to try to explain what he means, but spoiler alert, it makes no sense.
In times of struggle, difficulty, issue, fear, doubt, whatever you can't defend, promote. And here's what I mean by that. People are concerned about coronavirus. People are being sent home from schools. People are being sent home from their workplace. People in traditional jobs, there's an overabundance of caution with lots of different companies. There has never been a more opportune moment for people to work from their homes than right now.
Eric, sir, with no due respect at all, because I don't respect you at all, you're the scum of the earth for saying this. You're the scum of the earth for promoting it. You are an insensitive dirtbag, along with everyone who is following in your footsteps right now. I don't care if you think I'm being a bitch by saying this. He is taking advantage of people for his own personal gain. Point blank. That's not okay. It will never be okay. And it is my ethical duty to call this piece of shit out. Now, in the Vox article, they were able to get a statement from him in which he says, "My intention was not to be opportunistic," he told Vox. It's more along the lines of saying, in the face of this circumstance, we have a unique benefit that other entrepreneurs don't have. And you can help people looking for help working from home. What part of
There has never been a more opportune moment
is not being opportunistic? I mean, come on. Vox calls him out for being insensitive and he's like, shit, gotta make this look better than it sounded coming out of my fucking pie hole. No, your intentions in this video are extremely clear, dude.
Think about this. People to work from their homes, using technology, connecting consumers to valuable products, and drop shipping those products to the consumer's home. Never, ever has there been a better time to say to people, look, how would you like to be able to work from home? How would you like to not have to go into that office and be able to earn a living with your smartphone or with your laptop? How would you like to be able to network with people with quality products and services?
Here's what I don't get about MLM shillers who are saying this kind of stuff. This guy isn't the only one spreading this message. You can say that your MLM sells valuable products, but this is a time where people are getting laid off. People are not working or making an income. No one has a few $100 laying around to sign up for your business opportunity in the first place. But even then, no one has the money to buy the products from you that you just gave money away to sell. People are living off of essentials right now. Your nail wraps, your overpriced nutritional shakes, your immunity blend of oils, your shampoo, your $100 eyeshadow palette, your keto coffee, your weight loss teas, your fucking greeting cards, Eric. Nobody has money for that. None of those things are essential. No one can afford to overspend on your bullshit. And by the way, overspending, that's exactly what these people in MLMs are doing, and people who buy from MLMs are doing. We see examples of it in every single MLM out there. The distributors like to say, oh, well, we cost more because you're paying for the quality that you can't get anywhere else. But we all know that it's really because the top 1% has a lot of bonuses they're getting, and someone's gotta pay them. You can argue that all you want, hun, but it's the truth. And it's also a fact that sales made to MLM companies come from within the company, come from the distributors themselves. Most of these companies don't have a substantial customer base outside of the internal business structure, no matter how many lies they try to tell you to get you to believe otherwise. And many of those sales are connected to bonus buying, or just at the very least, like trying to meet your monthly minimum to remain active. If these were not common practices within MLMs, they would not be keeping themselves above water. The point I'm trying to make here is that nobody needs any of your MLM products, Eric, and now is not the time to be trying to convince people to spend what little money they have on your fucking greeting cards. It may benefit people like you, dude, but the rest of the people that you're selling your shit to, it's hurting them.
So whatever you can't defend, promote. Instead of having everybody be concerned, this is a magical moment for people inside of our profession to be able to brag about.
This is a magical moment? Tell that to the healthcare workers who are literally on the front lines right now dying while they're helping people who have been affected from this. Tell that to the people who have recently lost their grandparents in the past month. You call this a magical moment because you are profiting off of it. Meanwhile, people are literally dying, dude.
You have a chance right now to go to everybody that has a concern and say, why not start a small business from your home? Why not start something that you can use the technology from your home? You can use the natural network that you've built over the course of your life and use that to be able to share valuable products, valuable services to people who need them, and the company itself will drop ship it right to that house, okay? So that's the first thing I want you to kind of get your head solid on, is whatever you can't defend, promote, okay? I'm not saying that using the virus as an opportunity. I'm saying the virus has created an opportunity to be able, people are sitting at home anyway.
Nah, man. Using the virus as an opportunity is the same thing as using the opportunity that the virus created for you. Just because you switch some words around doesn't change the meaning of what you're saying.
People are stuck in their homes, or they choose to stay in their homes, and this is an opportunity to be able to give them a vehicle to capitalize on that situation, to be able to use that situation and turn that negative into a positive.
I don't understand why people push this so hard. We can't all be network marketers. It doesn't work that way. It's like these people deny that market oversaturation exists. But hang on, it gets so much worse.
People have been asking, what's the story with events? Are events going to be a thing? I was just in Germany this last weekend for a huge group of people over a 3-day training. And tomorrow I'm going to a couple thousand people here in Las Vegas and doing a full day training, meet and greet afterwards. Events are the lifeblood of our business.
He just openly admitted that during a worldwide pandemic, he has traveled overseas to densely populated areas to gather people by the thousands to hear him speak, and then he came home to do another large event where he does the same shit. Like, he is literally defying what the World Health Organization and the CDC is advising. And he is putting not only himself at risk, but every single one of those thousands of people who crammed in like sardines into a little banquet hall to listen to him speak. These people that are giving him money, buying tickets to see him do whatever it is he does, and he has the balls not to cancel these events. This is why there are places in the world right now where the rate of infection is doubling every other day, because they listen to people like Eric who say shit like what he's about to say, and it's sick.
Yes, technology can help us day to day, but I'm certainly not a health expert, but I will give you my opinion when it comes to events. If you're sneezing, if you're feeling bad, stay in your room. Generally, if someone else is sneezing or someone else is feeling bad and they're in your proximity, stay at least 6 feet away from those people. Now is probably not a time at big company gatherings to do lots of hugging and lots of kissing. It's a time to say hi. It's a time to love on each other, but it's also a time to wash our hands. It's also a time to use hand sanitizer. It's also a time, they say you shouldn't touch your face. I probably touched my face 10 times in the middle of this video, but they say you're not supposed to. I just think that's really, really hard.
He's fucking laughing. He starts this off by saying, I'm not a health expert. Well, fucking yeah, no shit. Because if you knew anything about viruses, you'd know that there's an incubation period. During this time, you are asymptomatic, but you don't know you're sick, so you can still spread it to people. If you're coughing and sneezing, yeah, obviously, like, don't go around people. Please just don't do that. And one would argue that it's always the time to wash your hands. Come on, don't be gross. But the point of this quarantine is to keep everyone away from any source that may infect them. You may feel like you need to throw these giant events because you are literally benefiting financially from it, but they're unnecessary. And even if the information that you're trying to spew out of your butt to these people, like, if it's so vital, use the internet. Like, you just got done saying, oh, technology is the best thing that ever happened to network marketing, blah, blah, blah. What more can you possibly do for people in person that you can't do over the internet? Like, you clearly know how to make a YouTube video. You clearly know how to do live streams. Why can't you distribute your bullshit that way? You just got done talking it up. There is no need right now to be packing people in like sardines to this kind of shit. Not only that, but people are getting on airplanes, probably, I would assume, to come to these events. They're boarding an aircraft full of 100, 200 people who may have just traveled from somewhere else that was heavily affected by the virus. This is so irresponsible, and honestly, at this point, I feel like someone needs to throw this guy in jail. He is doing harm. Like, this is the MLM version of biological warfare. I don't care if you think I'm being dramatic, because the word vomit that is coming out of this man's pie hole is dangerous. It's obviously a huge joke to him. He sits there and fucking laughs. He thinks this shit is funny. It's not funny.
But whether it's your company event, here's the thing. Just be smart. Just be smart.
The smart thing to do would be to do the exact opposite of everything this guy's saying.
Outside of that, I will just tell you, generally, I've traveled around the world. You're seeing all the people in the media. They're traveling around the world. They're going to all these different spots.
Hey, you see people being irresponsible all over the news right now. We should all be following in their footsteps. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that was that. Yeah, usually when I talk about like specific people on this channel, I'll blur their faces and stuff, but I'm not doing this for Eric Worre. I have no respect for him at all after hearing what just came out of his face, and he deserves every bad thing he has coming for him. Now, in this video, I was also going to talk a little bit about another kind of thing that's going on. But after further research, I decided I'm just gonna give a little plug and call it a day, because I think it's something that everyone needs to see, but I'm probably not the right person to be preaching it. But since we're on the topic of people taking advantage of this time in our world history, I'm gonna move on from someone that I obviously have no respect for at all to someone who I have all the respect in the world for. If you've never heard of Kitboga, you really should check his content out. He has so much content that, yo, let's be honest, guys, we're all quarantined. If you need something to watch for hours and hours and hours, Kitboga's your guy. But basically, he normally will do like tech support scams and IRS scams and stuff like that. I've linked a bunch of his stuff down below, but yeah, it's like mostly those calls that you get that's like, your tech support subscription's about to renew and we charged you $299, call us to get it canceled, like that kind of stuff. Like, those are the people he usually deals with. He streams on Twitch 5 days a week, and he just calls these people and screws around with them for hours on end, and it's great entertainment. The reason I bring him up now is because he started recently touching on scams that are related to the virus. I think it was Saturday, this past Saturday, he uploaded a video about it that you know, we all know how YouTube is right now. Videos that are too heavily influenced by the virus, they don't really push it, you know? So I'm just doing my part to share the information. So I think that, you know, it's all linked down below. You should really go watch it. But basically, there are people right now who are running call centers, trying to literally sell what they say is an FDA-approved cure for this virus, and it's really messed up. I was gonna go into this long, like, deep dive about it. I spent all night last night researching the websites and stuff. It's super sketchy. Like, they all have these addresses that when you look them up on Google Maps, they'll bring you to, like, residential streets, or the addresses bring you nowhere at all. The phone numbers, I looked some of them up. One of them leads to like a senior care assisted living home, so it's obviously just like some random phone number they put there. Another one I called and it was out of service, like, so it's super weird. It's like you would click on a link and it would bring you to one website, and you would click on that same link again 30 seconds later, it'd bring you to a different website. So watch that video of Kitboga's and pass it around like wildfire, just to make sure that, you know, obviously there are a lot of people who are vulnerable and scared right now, and it's really unfortunate that there are people out there who are capitalizing on this. Thank God that there are people like Kitboga out there who are exposing people like this to keep people informed. Obviously, we know there is no cure, but they'll sit there and lie to your face until you buy their shit. So, also, Kitboga's an anti-MLM are just like the rest of us, so he's definitely worth subscribing to in general. So, he's a good guy. Great dude. Reiterating one more time, everything's down below. Please, dear God, check it out. I mentioned a few videos ago that you guys on Instagram asked me to introduce all my pets, and since I have so many of them, I'm pretty much just like gonna introduce them to you when they're here. And right now I have a sleeping kitty, and I just spilled my V8 juice. Dang it. This is Itty. Itty, short for Itty Bitty Kitty, or also Idiot. She's my biggest cat. But you know, we got her as a kitten and she was so small compared to my other cats, so we're like, oh, she's an itty bitty kitty. Oh, she's not an itty bitty kitty anymore. She's a big floppy kitty. You're a big fat flop. She's purring right now. You can put her in your lap, just kind of go like this all day. She just hangs out. She's like the coolest cat. And she wakes me up every morning by laying on my chest and licking my fingers. She's super weird. Anyway. So how's that for some happiness in these dark times? Damn. We like to laugh and have fun here and stuff, but obviously this video is a lot more kind of somber feeling. So I'm sorry for presenting such a negative thing to you guys today. My next video, which should be up in a few days, will definitely be a lot more cheery. Hopefully, anyway. It'll be a Reddit review, so we never really know how that's gonna go, but usually we have a lot to laugh about in that case. So, and also one last thing, I know this is not a time where people can afford things, so I'm totally not pressuring anyone to buy anything at all. I just want to let you guys know my dogs are barking. I released a new merch design, so the links to that are all down below too. If you are blessed enough to support me in that way, that would be amazing. If not, you know, I understand. Now is not a time to be willy-nilly spending money on YouTuber merch. I get it. But just so you know, it's there, so you can check it out if you want. Anyway, that's it. Keep making waves, babes, and I'll smell you later. Bye.